Here on Don't Go Out There, we say support cinema. Go to the theater. And that's what we're going to talk about right now. Nico, take us away.
Or kind of just piggybacking off of last week's game, top 5 directors we'd like to interview. I'm feeling a little bit nostalgic this week, boys. And I was thinking, me and Dustin support cinema. We like to go to the movies a lot. Let's think back in time. Top 5 movies we wish we would have saw in theaters. We're just going to go around the horn. The only rules are it has to be a movie from our lifetime. It can't be Halloween, 78, Psycho, etc. Creature from the Black Lagoon. I know
nobody would have wanted
brother
to see
Mike
that.
wanted to see that one in the theaters.
Oh, suck my ass.
All right, I'll kick us off at my number 5, and this is probably a reach, but when I said it when we reviewed it, one of the most atmospherically tense movies I've ever seen. Would have loved to have seen in the theaters. Give me Don't Breathe at number 5.
All right. Who's next, me or Brian?
Let's just go in pod
Podcast order. Yeah, pod order.
Okay. So that's
okay. My number 5, because the only 2 Friday the 13th movies I've ever seen in the theaters. Well, no. Okay, 3 Friday the 13th movies I've ever seen was Freddy vs. Jason, Jason X, and Friday 09.
Wow, what
I would like number 4. I would have liked to have gone. I would have liked to have seen Jason Goes to Hell in the theaters. I would have liked to have seen that final Freddy Krueger's hand grabbing his mask and pulled it under, and seen the crowd just go wild.
Even though it led to nothing.
Yeah, well,
It led to Freddy vs. Jason, though.
Did it play into that story? No. Sorry.
So I went to one that we all rated really highly, and I wouldn't. It's more the atmosphere, and mostly because me, Dustin, and Nico recently just saw Trap in the theaters from M. Night Shyamalan. I think it would have been fucking awesome on opening weekend to go see The Sixth Sense in the theater before everyone knew the reveal and everyone knew the twist. I think it would have been really fucking good to see the theater reaction to Bruce Willis's death. I think that would have been really fucking awesome.
You'd have been, what, 7?
Yeah.
Is that right? Yeah.
Yep.
My number 5 is Final Destination, the first one. I would have been 12 at the time in 2000 when it came out. And just the carnage. And, that's a movie that I saw pretty young. I was around that age. I think it was pretty new when I saw it. And it made an impact. I still like that movie. It would have been awesome to see all that carnage on the big screen.
Hold on. So we are going to say, okay, if Nightmare on Elm Street came out in 84 and I was born in 83, I would have liked to have seen it, but I would have had to have been 1?
No.
Okay.
No.
It just had, okay, all right. So I don't have to have been that age. Just
through adult eyes.
No.
Okay. I mean, through adult eyes.
You can pick whatever you want to. That's just how I'm making my list.
Okay, gotcha. Through adult eyes.
I don't have a Scream 96 on here because I would have been 5.
Yeah.
All right.
But I didn't write my list that way.
And I don't have Leprechaun on here because I would have been 5 and that movie sucks anyway.
There you go.
You're mad about
Brian. Brian, I'm hearing a little bit of sour grapes there, brother.
Yeah, he's mad about
it. Number 4 for me. Actually, Mike, you just got me to change my number 4 because you pulled an M. Night Shyamalan movie, and then it hit me like bam out of nowhere, like Randy Orton. Give me The Visit from 2015. I would have loved to have seen that.
I did.
That plot twist in the theater. That would have blew my freaking mind.
Fantastic experience.
I had The Ring there, but I called it audible.
Saw it in theater.
Okay, I'm going to go with what my number 4 here is going to be The Lost Boys.
Nice.
Love that movie.
My number 4 is actually Freddy vs. Jason. I think it would have been really cool to see the icons go 1v1, as you would say, on the big screen the opening weekend. So
I did.
Would have been I wish I could have. Nobody in my family likes horror movies but me, so no one was taking my ass to see that shit.
All right. My number 4 is Saw, the first one. I would have been a sophomore, maybe junior, depending on, I don't know what time of year it came out. I don't remember. But 2004, I mean, just seeing that final scene and the reveal in the theater would have been incredible.
Okay, yeah. For number 3 for me, we're going back to my elementary days. We've had the star of this show or that movie on our show. Give me Jeepers Creepers. I would have loved to have seen that movie in the theaters. That movie scared me when I was a kid.
My number 3 is actually going to be Halloween 4.
Nice, good pick.
So I would have liked to have seen that in the theater.
Hell yeah,
given
the end would have been awesome in the theater.
Oof, yeah.
For sure.
that came out on what, 88? I think.
Yeah, 10-year anniversary, right? Yeah.
I would have been 5. So
Hey, you and Jamie would have related on a maturity level.
There you go. My number 3 is actually a movie that I don't really love a ton, but we have reviewed it. But I think it would have been a really awesome theater experience, just kind of given its place in pop culture. I went with The Ring. The first Ring, I think, would have been a really cool fucking movie to see in theater. To just watch people's reaction as she's coming out of the fucking TV like that, I think would have been pretty fucking cool.
I had that on my list and changed it when you brought up the M Night.
hey, I want
So-
before you go,
go ahead.
how about you guys think about this too? At the very end, I want to ask a follow-up question to this, which is the number 1 movie that you remember the most horror movie wise from seeing in the theater, good or bad,
Okay.
that you did actually see.
I expect Dustin
my
to do
next
that.
one-
The man has CTE. Come on.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be a movie I saw this year. My number 3 is Signs. We're on an M Night
good
kick here. I love that movie. Like I did see that movie when it was fresh out on VHS, and seeing it in theater would have been incredible because that movie had everybody's mind.
I actually saw it twice in the theater. One, I had to bring my friend to come back and see it because I saw it the first time, and when they first showed that alien, everybody freaked the fuck out, including me. And so I was like, "Oh God, you got to watch this!" And the whole time I just watched him during that scene. It was awesome.
Nice. All right, number 2 for me. One of the first movies we ever reviewed on this pod. Give me Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003. That'd have been an amazing movie to see in the
Just
theater.
missed the cut for me. It would have been number 6.
Leatherface opening that door would have been amazing.
Yep.
I saw that in the theater. I took my ex fiance to that bitch. Let's see.
Hope you listen.
Doubtful. All right, number 2 for me is the OG Nightmare on Elm Street. I feel like that would have been legendary to see in the theater back at the time. I would have scared me to death.
Especially stealing Pampers.
Oh yeah.
I said Brian was goo goo gaga, and at the time there, to piggyback off of one of Dustin's picks there, I went with the original Saw. I think seeing the ending in a theater full of people that were unsuspecting would have been a fucking classic. A memory I would have held on to for a very long time. Because I remember the first time I saw it on DVD, and I'll never forget that feeling either. So I can't imagine how it would have been with that theater experience and ambiance. So definitely Saw would have been almost put Saw number 1, but I had to do what I had to do for number 1.
So I've actually alternated a couple out live on the fly here because I had The Sixth Sense, it's been said. I had The Ring, it's been said. So let's get some variety here. I'm going to say one of my favorite movies ever, The Devil's Rejects, 2005. I would have been either junior or senior, depending on what time of the year it released. Don't know. But yeah, I mean, I love that movie, so I wish I could have supported it from the get.
Sure.
I mean, y'all know my answer, right? Y'all know my answer. It's Saw from 2004, the first one.
Yeah.
I'm just like you, Mike. First time I saw the movie was at the house. We rented it on the DVDs back in the day from Movie Gallery.
Yep. It was Movie
Watched it at the
Gallery.
house. I just thought the movie was just okay. It was interesting. It was new. Never seen anything like it. Then the dude in the middle of the room stands up. He's alive. Boom. I was shooketh, as the kids say.
I do wish I would have had Saw on here somewhere, but I had the chance to see that in the theater. I was plenty old enough, but I think we talked about this. It had that gore porn
Yeah.
thing
don't wanna
around
see
it and stigma around it, and I was like, I don't want to go fucking spend money and seeing that. But I mean, now I wish I would have.
Right.
But my number 1 is I've seen all this franchise in the theater except this one, and that was Scream '96, and I would have loved to have seen that in a theater when it first came out. Now I wore that VHS out, but That and Varsity Blues and American Pie, man, I wore those VHSs out.
Same,
But
brother. Same.
Never saw it in the theater.
To piggyback off you there, Brian, my number one is this poster that's seen you have sexual relations. Scream from 1996. You can cut that
Wow.
part out if you want.
That's allegedly.
This
Allegedly.
is
Jeez.
video, baby. This
Oh.
video.
Oh, sorry. Just bleep this off.
So
Just cut this little part out, Nico. I went with Scream 96. I can't
Nope.
imagine a better theater
Nope.
experience.
I'm not editing it and leaving
Good.
it in.
Leave it in. That's
we
what
do it
Brian
live.
did, didn't he?
We do it live. So fun fact about Saw, I worked at Regal when Saw 2 came out, and I didn't see it in theater. I had the opportunity, but I don't know why. I think I went and saw Dukes of Hazzard for the 19th time. I saw that movie so many
The
times.
movie's so funny.
Where you want?
Funny, dude.
I saw
Dude,
that
it
in the
was-
theater too. I loved it so much.
Hell yeah.
The 3 movies I watched the most when I worked there as a junior in high school, a senior in high school, was Dukes of Hazzard, The Ringer, and Wedding Crashers. I wore those movies out. But anyway,
Go.
my number one, Nico, like you said, is it really a surprise? It's Hereditary, so that I could see the best kill
I did
of
see
any movie
Hereditary in the theater.
ever. The best kill of any movie ever on the big screen. Heads will roll, and I will die laughing. Love it.
Jesus Christ.
I did see that in
I
IMAX, but
also
it wasn't
saw
on
it
the
in the
first
theater.
watch though.
Yeah.
I'm jealous.